G'day guys, welcome back. We're back into lockdown here in Melbourne yet again, so I thought we'd squeeze in an extra time video this week, given that all of you will have a little extra time to sit at the vise. So it's a quick and easy one, a fly that you should all have in your fly boxes. It's the F fly, the CDC Caddis imitation that sits very low in the surface film and floats like cork, at least until the fish has eaten one. So let's get started. We're going to come in with our hook to begin with. That is a Firehole 419 dry fly hook in a size 16. And then start our thread with Veevus 80 in black. You can use whatever colour you like. Light brown's going to work, or grey. It's not really going to be seen except for the head of the fly, so I'm just using black for these. I've got a bunch with black heads on them. Trim that off just behind the hook tip, and then whilst the original version of this fly was done with a tapered thread body, I like to put a fine dubbing body on it. We're going to use the Lost Fly Natural Nymph Blend. Don't let the name fool you. It does work very well for dry flies. It's not just a nymph dubbing. So a little bit of wax on the thread. We only need the tiniest amount of dubbing. This just needs to be quite a fine coating, just to give it a bit more texture than the thread would on the body. Just a very thin needle. And then start that off at the back. Once that's caught on, just bring it forward up the hook, giving a nice even coating until we get in behind the hook eye. Now you'll see there's a bunch of guard hairs sticking out from this dubbing. So what I'm going to do is, lifting the thread out of the way, just run my scissors in along the length of the hook and give those hairs a bit of a trim, just to neaten that up. There we go. One at the back there, just grab him. Okay, now for the other ingredient, CDC feathers. For this we're using Nature's Spirit CDC in a light grey dun. You can tie them in duns, you can tie them in a tan colour, PMD, any colour really, something that's a lighter shade, because it's going to want to imitate a caddis fly, so you don't want too dark, even the natural ones. So we're taking these feathers, full feathers, not the tufts or the oiler puffs as they're sometimes called. And what we need to do is take 3 of them and line the tips up like so. Very easy to make the wing. That is just going to sit just beyond where the dubbing ends. So pinch that together. Couple of wraps around. Pull that up, then a couple of wraps in front of the feathers like that. I like to lift it up and put one around the back, and then over a couple more times at the front. And you just trim that off nice and close to the thread. 1 or 2 more wraps in there just to secure that thread in place. Then pop a half hitch in so nothing goes astray, while you make sure that the CDC is seated right. Then we just need to do a whip finish, which builds up that little bit of a head there, and then you can trim that off nice and close. And just to make sure that doesn't go anywhere, just take a drop of head cement, whichever is your preference, and with a little drop on a bodkin like that, just touch it on either side, not on the top, and take the top of the bodkin and work it around. That way it stops the head cement from going down into the eye of the hook and making it impossible to thread when you're on the water. And then that's it. Very, very simple, easy to tie, very quick to tie. You can have a box full of these in all different colours, and you're going to need them because they float like cork, but as soon as you get one in a fish's mouth, they lose that buoyancy, and you really just want to put it aside for the rest of the day, put a new one on. So tie yourself a bunch of F-flies, go out and fish them when the caddis are about, especially in the morning when they're fluttering on the surface laying eggs. This is a fly that works. It's worked for thousands of fishermen around the world. It should work for you. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And we look forward to seeing you next time when we have our next fly tying video, hopefully within the week's time. Thanks again. Cheers.